Hello, and welcome to our workshop. This workshop was previously delivered by SMU's Academic Learning Services Writing Center and Software and Application Support Center. As a result, you may hear references to other workshops, be prompted to take part in group activities, or hear references to the active chat from the original delivery of this session. As you follow along, feel free to pause the video and participate in exercises and activities as best you can. We hope you enjoy the workshop.
Hi everyone, so I'm Amir. I'll be your host today, and our office, I work at the Software Application Support Center, and our office supports all the Brightspace activities that happen at SMU. So if you ever need help, get in touch with us. I'll give her contact information in a few minutes. So the first thing you want to know is how to get into Brightspace. So the easiest way to get into Brightspace would be if you just type into Google smu.ca, just go to your SMU homepage, and you can see that I have loaded up onto here. And you'll see on the right-hand side, there's a link to Brightspace. So if you just open that up, it'll open this page up. So here what you want to do is for your username, you want to use your S number and its password. So for new students who just got your A number, what you want to do is go into SMU Activate. Even for students who might have activated your S number and password and you're still having problem logging in, even for those students, you can go into SMU Activate. So you have that link right here. So if you open that up, so you'll get onto this page. So here you'll be using your A number or banner ID as we call it, and the PIN for that. And if you go through the process, just gonna mute a couple of you. Sorry for that. So if you go through the process, you'll be able to set your password for your S number. At the end of the steps, you'll be able to get your S number and the password you just set for that S number. Also, for students, if you after you go through the steps, your email ID gets activated, your SMU email that is. So I'd say it's always a good idea to do that. And at the end, you're able to select your preferred email address. So I'd say set your smu.ca email as the preferred one. Okay, so just gonna log in. So the first thing you're gonna see when you log in is all your courses under My Courses. It's gonna be listed onto here. And if you scroll back up, sometimes what happens is some of the courses, this could get removed from here, or maybe you could just might have accidentally unpinned it. So if you just scroll back up, you'll see the 9-box icon on the top. So if you click on the course menu, you'll be able to see all your courses here again. So you'll see the list of all the courses you have access to or currently active in. So the one I just unpinned, I can pin it back onto here again if you just click on the pin icon. Also, for new students, it's always a good idea to turn on notifications. So you're able to access that if you just click on your name on the top right-hand side. And if you click onto notifications. So it's really important to turn on notifications so not to miss any important notification from your classes. So the first thing you'll see once you get into this page is your email address. So this is the one that you set when you go through the SMU Activate process. The one you set as your preferred email address, you'll be able to see that here, or the one you set in banner, that will be listed here. And if this is wrong, or if this is the email you want to change, don't use this option. Just either go through banner to change your preferred email address, or go through SMU Activate again. And just do not do it here, because if you try to change your email through here, what's going to happen is like whatever you input like for your new email address, it's just going to revert back to what it was here originally. So again, use banner to change your preferred email address. So if you scroll down a bit, you'll be able to see like the various notifications you can subscribe to. So it's always a good idea to subscribe to a bunch of them so that you don't miss like any notifications. So maybe your professor uploaded a new document or a PowerPoint. If you check this up, you'll get a notification for those to your email. So I'd say it's always a good idea to just select a bunch of them. So to turn on notifications, you'll see under email, there's like checkboxes. So if you select a bunch of them, and that's how you turn it on. And if you want to turn it off again, just click on it and deselect them. And don't forget to save them. So it's at the bottom left. I'm just going to go back to the top again. So there's also like a mobile app, and you can find the links for those here. So if you're someone who's pretty active on your mobile device, I'd say like you can download the app to your mobile, as like it provides like much more convenient access, honestly. I'm just gonna save here and go back to the home page again. So to access one of your courses, you can either click on it here directly, or if you scroll back to the top and click on the 9 boxes that I showed you, and you can click one of your courses from here as well. So for today's session, we're just gonna get into Training Sandbox A. So the first thing what you're gonna see is when you log in, the first thing you're gonna see is the name of your course here, and the name is gonna be also listed at the top besides St. Mary's University. So once you get into your course, you'll see like the news item. So you'll find like the various like notifications or any updates that your professor has posted here. As you can see, like there's like a welcome information here, and also some helpful information like what will be posted here. And also like it's also said here like the syllabus is posted in the content section. So you'll be able to find those informations here. So if you wanted to like dismiss a notification, like a news item, you can do that by, you can see the X on the right hand side of the name. If you just click that, it's going to dismiss the news item. So after you've read the news item, you can dismiss all of them. So it's always a good idea to refresh like your news item. So what happens is like if your professor posts something new, so that will be shown up here. So that way, like you've just removed all the previous ones. So anything new, when you come into the course, you know it's something new that the professor posted. And on the right hand side, you'll see like the upcoming dates. So here, like anything in your course that has like a due date. So it can be your assignment, it can be a quiz, and this is like a content item. I'll show that and we'll talk about that in a minute. And this is like another item that's due on October 13th. So those will be like listed onto here. So we're just gonna go back to the top. On the top, you'll see like the nav bar. So here, like you see like the first thing we have here is the course home. So the course home is basically the page we're in right now. So if I click on it, it's just going to refresh the page. So the course home takes you back to the landing page of that course again. And one more helpful tip. So if you're an international student, or if you're someone like living in a different time zone, so what you want to do is like if you click on your name again, and if you just click on account settings, and if you just scroll not to the bottom, but just a little bit, you'll be able to find the time zone. So it's a good idea to like set it to your time zone where you're from specifically. So what will happen is like whatever quiz or any materials like that has a due date, that will be listed in your time zone. So it's always a helpful thing. So you don't have to like look at the you don't have to convert the time for Halifax to know like when your professor wants an assignment due. So the system will do it for you. So you can't set that up here and hit save and close once you're done. So we're gonna take a look at the nav bar again. So the second thing we have here is content. We're just going to open that up. So the content is the place like where you'll be able to find all your course materials. For example, like the PowerPoints, the PDFs or Word documents that your professor has uploaded. So here you can see like there's a bunch of areas you can access. So the first thing I have my syllabus, and there's like week 1, and inside week 1 there's like a document here that you can read, and week 2 there's another document, and in week 3 you can see there's a document, but below here it says like begins on September 22nd. So for week 2 you can see like this one is kind of like it has a blue text on the font, and this one is kind of grayed out, so you're not able to click on it. So if you do happen to get a file that you're not able to click on content, just try to look above. You'll see like if it does have a start date. So like this one, I'm not able to click on it, so it does have a start date. So the start date basically represents like you'll only be able to open this file after 22nd, like the September 22nd after 10 a.m. So after 10 a.m., you'll be able to open this file. So we're going to get into week 1. Just tend to open one of the file. So to open a file, okay, clicked on it. I'm just going to show it again. So to open one of the files, just click on the name, and it will open it up like natively in Brightspace. And if you want to go back to your content again, click on content again. And if you want it, so what happens is, so if you have read through that file, it's going to have like a check mark. So that way you know, okay, so you have read that, and for week 2, you haven't read that yet. So you know, okay, I need to read that. Also, like if you want it, you can download the file as well to your computer. So that will download the file onto your computer directly. So you can like save it up and like later open it up like for your offline viewing. So I'm just gonna open the file again. So here, like at the bottom, you can see you also have the download option here as well. So you can download it from here as well. And you're able to read the file. And if you want it, like there's like zoom option as well. You can zoom it. And if you want it, you can make it like into presentation mode as well. Just gonna turn that off. Gonna go back. We're gonna go back to content again. And one more thing. So like if you do download this file rather than like opening it like directly from here, it's gonna refresh content again. It's not gonna like this. It will not have a check mark. So the check mark only happens after you have like opened a file. So I've opened this document, and if I go back to content, now there's like a check mark. So I'd say it's always a good idea to just open the file, just read it in Brightspace. Then if you wanted to download it, you can download it later on. So it's like a helpful reminder that you, for yourself, honestly. So the next thing we're gonna take a look at is like assessments. So we're gonna take a look at like a bunch of this. So the first thing we're gonna talk about is like discussions. So if you click on assessments and click on discussions, so the discussion is the place where your instructor and your instructor like post like discussion forums. So here like you can like either like talk with your professor or like all your classmates. So it's like a place where you can chat with either your classmates or your professors. So here you can see like there's like a class discussions that your professor has set up, and it's called Your Favorite Planet. You'll be able to find the topic here. And there's a couple of key important elements you should like take note of. So here you can see like it's currently it's unlocked, so you're able to access it. So this is like the start date. So this was made available like today at 1 p.m. So this is available till September 9th till 5 p.m. So by that information, you know you have to make a post here before September 9th, 5 p.m. And you can see like there's like you'll be able to see the brief description. So you see like what your professor is asking you. So your professor is asking you to tell the class which planet is your favorite and why. So you'll be able to find that description here. And if you wanted to access more options, like if you wanted to post something, you just click on the topic, the name of the topic, and you'll see like all the various posts that your classmates has made, or even if your professor has made a post, you'll be able to see that here. You can see like I already made a post here. So you can see like the information like which was there previously, it's also listed here as well. And also like your time restrictions, like when it's due and when it was unlocked, it's also here as well. Also, you're able to sort the threads out. And if you wanted to start like a new thread, like post something here after you're ready, you can click on start a new thread. So here you can add your subject. And here, like it's pretty much like your basic word processor. So if you want, you can insert an image. So if you click on the camera icon, you're able to like add a file from your computer. And you do have the option to like paragraph it, bold your text. So if I write just test, I can select that and I can bold it. Just gonna remove that for now. And write. And so once you're happy with the information you want to share with your class, you can click on post at the bottom. So after you click on post, your thread is going to be posted for your entire class to see and for your professor. So, and you also can like, say if you wanted to like comment on another person's post, like reply, you can do that as well. So if you click on the name, like it's like subject of that post, I'm just gonna comment on one of my own posts. And if you click on reply to thread, and you can add a comment here.
Hi, Amir. I think that you might have muted yourself accidentally. All right, folks, I'm not sure he can hear me, so I'm going to try to contact him and just sit tight. We'll figure it out.
Okay, I'm back. I guess you guys can hear me again.
We can hear you now, Amir.
Okay,
Thank you.
yep. Yeah, thank you for telling me.
No problem.
Yep. I'm sorry for the technical issue, guys. That's something you just get used to. That doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen sometimes. At the end of the day, it's still something, it's a piece of technology we're using. Okay, I guess we're good to go. I had a question, Mia. So, do you know where the audio cut off? Like, 'cause
It cut off before you started showing how to drop the file in.
drop the file in?
Yeah, it probably cut out like 5 minutes ago now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing just start over Dropbox. We can do that.
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay, I'm guessing you can see my screen?
Yep, you're all
Okay,
good.
perfect. I'm sorry, everyone. We're just gonna go through. It's not gonna take too long, but yep, we're just gonna go through Dropbox again. So, okay, I'll just start over Dropbox. So the Dropbox is a place that you'll be using to submit your assignment. So if your professor has set up a Dropbox, you'll be able to find them. If you go to assessments, then Dropbox, you'll be able to find them here. So one key information here is that you see on the right-hand side, the due date. So that kind of tells you when this assignment is due. So you can see here it's due on September 4th before 2 p.m. So that's kind of your cue. You know, you have to submit your assignment before 2 p.m. on September 4th. So if you wanted to access more information for your Dropbox, if you click on writing assignment 1, so you just click on the name of the Dropbox. And here you can see the start date and the end date. So the end date is just what I said. So you do have to submit your assignment before 2 p.m. And the start date is basically when this Dropbox started. So this could be a different date as well. So if this is maybe September 2nd, so you'll be able to access your Dropbox to submit your files after September 2nd. And it's due till September 4th. So your professor, they can attach instructions here, or maybe they have talked about the Dropbox directly in their virtual class, or maybe they just posted these instructions under content. So it can be anywhere. So maybe your professor attached the instructions here, so you'll be able to open it up. So if you click on it, it's just going to download it onto your computer. And so you can open that up and just read through that and do your assignment. So once you're ready to submit your assignment, you go back to assessments in Dropbox again and go to your writing assignment 1. And you'll see under submit assignment, you're able to add a file. So if you click on that, and if you click on my computer, so once you click on upload, it's just going to bring up the basic file explorer on your system. So you're able to select the file from your computer. So after you've selected that, you'll see it's uploading. So if you click on add before it finishes, the progress bar goes to 100%, you'll get an error. So this is just basically saying the file didn't the progression bar didn't reach 100%. So once you see the progression bar is not there anymore, you can click on add again. So what you'll see is your file. You see the name of your file here and the size of it. So it depends on how long it takes. It depends on the file size. So if it's a bigger file, it will take longer to upload. But this one is a pretty small size file, so it was pretty quick. So you'll be able to see the name of your file here. And if you wanted, you can add comments in here as well for your professor to see. And once you're ready to submit the assignment, you can click on submit. Okay, before I go one thing, I guess you guys can hear me. Just kind of paranoid, just trying to check.
Yes, we can hear you, Amir.
Okay, perfect. Yep. The same thing happened last time. So yeah, I think I should do 5 minutes check every now and then, just to be on the safe side. Okay, so So once you submit your assignment, you'll see this page pop up. So this is saying like file submission successfully. So this kind of tells you like when you submitted your assignment, and at the bottom you'll see like email status, confirmation email sent successfully. So what this is doing is basically sending you an email receipt of the submission. So you'll just get an email receipt on your email that you set as preferred. So that will just basically say that you submitted your assignment at this time. Basically, this information, like you submitted your assignment and onto this folder at 2:31 p.m. So that is kind of like your evidence. So I'd say like keep a copy of it, like just have them like in a safe place. You know where to access them. So it's kind of like your evidence. So if anybody ever asks like did you submit your assignment or not, that's your evidence to provide. Like, yep, you did submit your assignment. So once you're done, you can click on done. So the next thing we're going to take a look at is the quizzes. So if you click on assessments, and then if you click on quizzes, here you see like, so if your professor, like if they are using quizzes for their course, you'll be able to like take them here. So here you can see like quiz number 1. So as like the Dropbox and the discussion forum, so it's pretty much the same. These are like kind of like the key information. You can see this quiz is due on September 4th, before 5 p.m. You have to like have complete it. You can see like at the bottom, like it's kind of like the same information. So available on is basically saying so this quiz was made accessible like today at 12 p.m. So if you just click on quiz number 1, the name or the name of the quiz, you'll see a summary page. So here you'll see like the current time, like your current time, and also like the time allowed. So this page will list more information. So the time allowed basically is like how much time you have to take the quiz. So to complete this quiz, you have like 30 minutes. And you have like one attempt to do it. So one important thing, so you do have to complete this quiz before 5 p.m. On September 4th. And one thing, so do not click on start if you're not ready to take it. So if you start the quiz right now, your timer, so this is how much time you have on your quiz. Your timer is just gonna click down. So if you click on start quiz, and maybe you thought like, okay, I'm just gonna do something else, that's not gonna work. So your timer will keep on counting down. So once you're actually ready to commit, then click on start quiz. So once you actually start the quiz, even if you log out from Brightspace or if you just leave your course, your timer will still keep on counting down. So as I said, when you're actually ready to commit, just click on start quiz. So we're just going to start the quiz for now. So once you start the quiz, so the quiz setup, it might look different. It totally depends on your professor, how they set it up. But this is what it's going to look like because these informations are pretty constant. So at the top, you'll see your time limit again, and also like the helpful, like how much time you have left to complete this quiz. And also like on the right, you'll see the page information. So how many pages are left for you to go through. So you can see like I'm at like page 1 of 14, and there's like 14 pages. So on the left-hand side, you're able to quickly browse through the pages as well. So you can answer your questions like just hit like the checkbox, and then you can click on next. Just going to answer a bunch of them. And if you wanted to jump to maybe like page number 5, you can click on page number 5 on the left-hand side. You'll just jump to page number 5 and say like I answered page number 5, but I did skip number 3 and 4. You see like there's like a check mark beside that. And one thing what happens some of the times, so students sometimes mistakenly click on submit quiz instead of clicking on next or previous page and mistakenly submit their quiz. So if you do happen to click on that, so what happens is, I'll just show you. So one helpful feature is like it tells you. So if you click on submit quiz, it does give you like a warning if you have questions that you haven't answered yet. So you know, okay, I haven't answered question number 3. Maybe you left it out, you wanted to answer later on. You now know, okay, I need to answer that. Also, like this is kind of like your confirmation. So even if you click on submit quiz, it's not going to submit the quiz instantly. You have like another confirmation. So if you click on submit quiz now, it's going to submit the quiz. Or I'm just going to go back to questions. And I'll just go back to number 3. It's going to answer that and click on next page and answer one of that. And also, like you can like click on previous page at the bottom to go to the previous page, and also next page to go to the next page again. So once you're, I'm just gonna submit the quiz. So once you have answered all your questions, you can click on submit quiz. So you get a receipt here. So it's telling you, so you started your quiz at 2:35 and you completed it by 2:37 p.m. You can click on done there. So for your grade, so it depends on your professor as well. So if they set it up for you to get the grade instantly, you'll be able to see that here, or most of the time, what will happen during this fall, you'll get your grades at a later date. So your professor, they will just set up a quiz. You'll do that quiz, and maybe after 2 or 3 days, you'll get your grades. So to access your grades, if you click on assessments, and if you click on grades, so you can access your grades from here, or you can see like there's like a separate link here as well. So this link and this link on the nav bar is the same. If I just click on grades, it's just going to take me to my grades page. So you're going to be able to see like, so maybe you have attended a midterm and you did your writing assignments, you'll be able to see the points that you've received, or the weight and the percentages. So the next thing we talk about is, so we do have like the bell icon here. So what this is basically, so it's kind of like if you have your notifications turned on. So if your professor from another class that posted something, you'll be able to find them here. You can see like there's like a new content file. So if you click on that, it's just going to take you to that file directly. So it just opens it up. But I'd say it's always a good idea to just like browse your courses and just be updated about it. And also like you see like on the nav bar, there's like student support. So if you click on that, you see some various helpful links. So you have like direct access to these links from here. So to access our services, so if you go to like SMU Brightspace support, click on that link, and you just scroll to the bottom, you'll see like there's Brightspace. So so this is our email. So if you do want to contact us, I'd say email us at sas@smu.ca. Don't try calling the phone number, as we're working remote, so we're just replying to the emails right now. So on here, if you scroll down a bit, you'll see some like Brightspace resources for students. So I'd say like it's always a good idea to like, so whatever I talked about today, you'd be able to find most of them here. So also there's like some other videos here. So this could be helpful, like how to convert written content to a PDF, because this could be something like your professor wants you to do. So this video just goes through, maybe you did your assignment, like you written it out, and you can just take a picture and convert it to PDF. So this video goes through those steps. So before emailing us, you can just like watch a couple of these videos, so it could answer your question. So the one last thing we're going to take a look at is like virtual classroom. the one you're using to attend to this lecture. So for your classes, like this fall, um, it depends like where your professor is going to take their virtual their online classes. So they can either have their classes either in Zoom or Teams or here in virtual classroom. So it's up to their preference, but they will let you know. But for most courses, it's going to be in virtual classroom. So before you get into virtual classroom, so I'd say I'm just gonna go back to our support page. So we do recommend like for PC or Mac users, we do recommend using Firefox to access Brightspace, also virtual classroom. So just to minimize any problems or technical issues. Also, like if you're having like trouble accessing like virtual classroom, so we do have like a helpful document here. If you just open this up, I'd say just go through this. So here it lists like so if you're on an Android mobile device, use Firefox, or if you're on an iOS device, use Safari. But it kind of lists what to disable in Safari settings. So I'd say it's always a good idea to just take a look at this document. I'm gonna close this and close that one as well. So if your professor is taking their class in virtual classroom, so what you want to do is like click on virtual classroom and virtual classroom again. Okay, before I go through this, like I'm guessing you guys can hear me?
Yep, we can hear you, Amir.
Okay.
I also have a question that just came in from a student as well.
Yep.
The question is, I have a MacBook and I use Brightspace with Chrome. Is that okay?
That is totally okay. Like you can use Chrome, but it's kind of like Chrome works, but we do say like just to stick with Firefox, like that is what's like best used for Brightspace. So I'd say just download like Firefox onto your computer. Like you can use Chrome, but we did have like a couple of issues here and there. So that's why we're just sticking with Firefox. I'd say like just download Firefox and just log in like for your classes, just log in onto Brightspace through Firefox. Okay, so let's talk about a virtual classroom again. So for say like this is one of your sessions that your professor has set it up. So I started before this session actually went live. So what happens is if that like virtual class is like has started, you'll see under status, it has this like play icon. So that kind of tells you, so yep, the class is actually in session. And it's pretty much like how you have entered this like sessions. You'll have the action here to enter it. So I'm just gonna launch it and enter the meeting room. So once you're onto this page, you have the option to join in with your microphone, or you can like just listen only. So if I click on listen only, so it's not going to turn on my microphone for now. But so if you did turn on your microphone, you'll see like at the bottom, like there's like leave audio. Beside that, there you'll be able to see your microphone icon. So if you click on that, that will like mute your microphone. And if you click on that again, that will unmute your microphone again. So if you wanted to, maybe you have joined your class with like listen only and you wanted to turn on your microphone again. So if you click on this like icon, like leave audio, and click on it again, so now it's prompting join audio, you'll get those options again. So you can click on microphone again to join in. Just gonna click on listen only for now. So in your virtual classroom, if your professor is sharing the screen, this you won't be able to see this whiteboard. But if your professor has their like video camera turned on, and maybe they're not using the whiteboard, you can minimize it. So if you want, you can hide the presentation. Or if you want to restore the presentation, at the bottom right, you'll see the button to restore your presentation screen again. So on the left-hand side, you'll see like the human icon that I call it. So it's actually called the participants, but I call it the human icon. Okay, so here, like you'll see, like under here, like as in the session you're in right now, you'll be able to see all your classmates or all the participants, that is joined in, and also the presenter. So the presenter, that can be your professor, or if your professor has set a student to present, so that name will be there. So if you wanted to like maybe send your professor a private message, so you do have like the public chat here. So if you type something here, everyone can see it, your professor, including your classmates as well. But if you wanted to send a private message just to your professor, if you just click on their name and click on start a private chat, and you can type something up. So whatever you type, it's just been sent to that specific person. So your public chat is here as it is, and if you go to participants again, you'll see like you have like a new like a new tab on the top. So this this private messages bar activates, so you'll be able to see the messages here again. And I can close that up if I click on participants again. So if you wanted to share your webcam, so if you click on share webcam, it's going to like first ask for you to allow it. So once you allow it, you're able to share your webcam. So you can't select like which webcam you have to share. So if you have like a different webcam attached to your computer, like your laptop, and you want to use your built-in laptop camera, so you can't select that here. Also, that's pretty much it. So also like if you click on the three dots, the action menu, you're able to make this screen full screen. So I'd say like while doing your classes, it's a good idea to just make it full screen. I'm just gonna make it. Okay, I'm just gonna turn it back to what it was again. And that's pretty much it. And when you're ready to leave your class, just click on leave, and you're good. And that's pretty much it for today's session. So I'll take in questions. I'll just take a look at if there is any questions in the public chat.